It was a late evening in autumn. There were people in a hurry at the port. The time was showing 8 o'clock. There was a young man wearing a hat and a raincoat. He was tall and he has brown hair. He was carrying a small suitcase and waiting for a ferry at the port. There were some cars waiting in the queue as well. A young woman was holding a cat carrier and she looked sad. She was tall, she was blonde, and she was very smart. There were 2 children waving their hands to an old woman on the land. The man with a suitcase felt hungry. He looked at the newspaper in his hand. The young woman with a cat carrier received a phone call. Suddenly, it started raining and the boat moved for sailing. It was a rough sea. The boat was sailing from England to Holland. There were high waves and the boat was going up and down. Some of the passengers were sick, a few were laying down on the chairs, but some of the others were wandering. The man with dark hair, wearing a hat, walked to the restaurant. He ordered a light meal. He also ordered a cup of coffee. While he was eating, he saw the woman with a cat carrier. She was sitting at a table in the corner. There were not any other people in the restaurant. He looked at the woman, got up from his chair, then walked towards her. He said, "Hello. I see you are eating fish. I admire you because you are strong." Then he said, "My name is Kingsley. What is your name?" The woman said, "I'm Mary." "When will we be arriving in Rotterdam?" Kingsley said, "I don't know exactly, but I think it's around 7 o'clock in the morning." "What's your cat's name?" Kingsley asked. Mary said, "Judgy. I'm worried about the weather." "I'm okay. I like to talk," said Kingsley. She told him that she was called earlier while waiting at the port. "I was told my cousin fell down from a ladder and she broke her leg, but it was not too bad," she said. "I'm sorry. I hope your cousin will get better," said Kingsley. At that moment, the cat meowed. They smiled. Kingsley said, "I think your cat is hungry." Mary gave a little piece of fish sandwich to her cat. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. Kingsley asked, "What is the book you're reading?" Mary said, "Disney's wonderful book of knowledge." Kingsley, "How interesting." Suddenly, they heard a bang. Mary was very anxious. Kingsley went to see what happened. Soon, he came back and told Mary that someone fell down the stairs. "Was it a bad fall?" Mary asked. Kingsley said, "No, I don't think so. He'll be all right." Kingsley liked Mary. He asked, "Where are you staying in Holland?" Mary, "In Rotterdam." Kingsley, "I'm staying in Rotterdam too. Shall we meet?" Mary smiled and said yes. Kingsley said, "Let's meet at Central Station at 3 o'clock in the afternoon." "Okay," said Mary. Later, they met. Kingsley suggested, "We may go to see the windmills in a tiny village not far from here." They went and enjoyed the sightseeing. They returned to the city to see the cube houses. Mary said, "Look at those houses. I feel very astonished." Kingsley said, "Yes, I feel the same." They saw many bicycles, people were cycling on the paths. Afterwards, Kingsley said, "Let's go to have dinner." Mary said, "Lovely." They got on a tram and went to the market hall, which is very famous. While they were eating, they have heard a young man who was rapping. It was nice. Kingsley and Mary enjoyed their friendship, and they knew they would see each other again. Ook al ben je 100 nog in een bumpy. Ik hoor veel wow, wow, wow.